The company that began the affordable EV revolution in 2010? Not Tesla. It was Nissan with the Leaf. Over the years, the car steadily improved and lost much of its tree frog styling, but the Pioneer became less and less competitive against Chevy Bolt, Hyundai Kona EV, and Kia Niro EV. The all-new 2026 Leaf gets up to 303 miles of range, charges faster, and looks better outside and in.
15 years, billions of miles are enabling us to bring a package and a product that we think customers are going to be super excited about.
I'm in San Diego, California for a Nissan-sponsored press drive.
On these events, they always hook us up with the drive partner. I am lucky enough to be with Attisha from Autoblog. I think you all know Auto.
Generation 3 is a significant change.
One of the key heritage elements of this vehicle has always been accessibility of electric vehicle technology. And what we are doing is continuing that very clearly.
CHAdeMO is gone, replaced with a NACS port. Plus this, so current owners, no pun intended, can keep their home charging setup. And the 75 kilowatt hour battery that's standard on all but the base Leaf is liquid cooled now. Pricing, including destination, starts at about $31,500 for the S Plus with the larger battery. Add $4,200 to that and you get the SV Plus. We're driving the Platinum Plus, fully loaded, just over 40 grand. And that's a good value. Like all Leafs before it, Gen 3 remains front drive, go with Aria for all-wheel drive. The two are based on the same platform. There's 214 horsepower and 261 pound-feet of torque. Platinum weighs nearly 4,400 pounds with a rated range of 259 miles. Active route planning with real-time updates is a thing. Owners will feel a lot better about road tripping now. All right, time to play frunk or no frunk. What do you think? No frunk. Nissan puts all of the components in the nose. It opens up space in the cabin so you can put a backpack or a purse between the seats. Waste heat from the drive motor and onboard charger now helps to condition the battery in cold conditions. The transmission with the new selector remains single speed. Regen can be adjusted in 4 steps, plus there's Nissan's E-Step that adds one more level. 4 drive modes change up the driving dynamic a good amount.
This is our first vehicle that we're launching with a native NACS port. It is DC only, and so for that reason, we put it on our passenger side. We know from our customers driving Arias that a majority of them are using Tesla superchargers. So having it on the passenger side allows for those V3 chargers that have the shorter cable. On top of that, we have plug and charge implemented on this vehicle. So at Tesla stations and any station that is plug and charge capable through the Nissan network, you can plug in, simply set up your account, plug in, start charging. No need to open an app or get out a credit card. For the passenger side, we stuck with J1772. We know this is for AC only and home charging.
The old Leaf was limited to 50 kilowatts when DC fast charging. Now it's 150. Leaf can juice up from 10 to 80% at the right DC fast charger in 35 minutes and easily overnight at home. It now supports vehicle to load, so if you're out on a camping trip, you can power all of this stuff at the same time. Lower trims will need this $280 adapter. Platinum gets 2 110 built-in outlets. It does not support whole home energy transfer. Time to drive. Leaf is 3 inches shorter, a smidge lower, and an inch wider now. There's no SV Plus trim at the event, but I have to believe that's the sweet spot because for $4,200 over S Plus, the HVAC system becomes a more efficient heat pump, anemic 4-speaker audio gets replaced with a tolerable 6, steel wheels change to alloys, the touchscreen and gauges grow by 2 inches to 14.3 inches, plus there's Google built-in connected services, and people in back get rear vents plus a couple USB ports. I think it's worth it. A surround view camera system is standard across the board. In order to get the $300 battery heater, talking to you Minnesotans, the SV Plus and Platinum Plus trims are required. I'll point out that the top spec that we're driving gets an electrochromic panoramic roof, something reserved for high-end European vehicles just a few years ago.
Let's do 0 to 60, kind of by the seat of our pants.
All right.
And I would say about 8 seconds.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So not blisteringly quick.
No.
But it's got that low end torque.
Yep.
So it feels faster.
Nissan points us to a drive loop that's about 180 miles.
All right, Cole, you have already driven this.
Yeah.
And I have been behind the wheel for a bit now. And I have to say, I find this extremely comfortable. You?
Yeah, so do I. Really nice.
There are some rough patches on this road, and gotta say, the suspension is soaking up the bumps pretty nicely.
It does. It's really nice and supple. Doesn't come at the cost of steering feedback, though, which I've noticed, which is nice. So you still you feel what's going on underneath you on the road, but it's not harsh.
Partly to do with that heavy battery in the floor. When you really push this into a corner, there's definitely understeer.
Yes. 100%.
And I think that's probably right for a car like this, because this isn't being sold to enthusiasts.
Right.
It's being sold to the mass market.
Absolutely. I think the fact that it can even carry its own on these twisty canyon roads and it can still be a little bit fun to drive is impressive.
Pricing, kind of surprised. This is coming in with destination, around 31.5?
Yeah.
And as tested, about 41 grand, with a lot of luxury touches.
Yeah.
It's kind of impressive.
It is, especially with some of the things we've noticed, like the sort of liquid crystal sunroof, something that we've only ever seen before in higher end Audis and Bentleys. It's a pretty nice touch.
Yeah. This does not have true one-pedal driving. It won't come to a complete stop, but regen is adjustable. There are 4 levels in the paddles?
Yeah, and then there's the extra one with the e-pedal.
Yeah, that adds an extra level, but it makes the pedal move.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little weird.
It's tough to do a real-world range test on events like this, but Platinum Plus's 259-mile range seems quite achievable, and most of our driving is highway, where EVs are less proficient. The cabin design turns over a new leaf. I'm sorry, but you knew that was going to happen at some point. It's an attractive space with lots of soft touch plastics and fabrics, very little shiny black stuff in here. There are some hard buttons, not tons. At least there are 4 window switches, and fortunately, the haptic surfaces work pretty darn well. Nissan's zero-gravity chairs are heated and quite comfortable. Supportive bolsters hug gently. Tailor-fit synthetic leather is soft to the touch. The driver's is powered with memory. Passengers get old-school manual adjustment. Both Cole and I agree the Bose system has rich, punchy sound, worth upgrading to Platinum just for that. Ambient light strips add some pop at night. Platinum adds colors to choose from. I'd love to show you how well the natural voice commands work.
Hey, how much battery is left in the car?
But there's no service here in the middle of nowhere. You'll just have to take my word for it. You want storage? Leaf's got it. Like I said, the floor is open, and that's good for a duffel bag or a purse. Plus, there are all these slots and cubbies. The console doesn't slide fore and aft like Aria. I didn't get loads of time to assess the user interface, but it's light years ahead of the one found in the 2nd generation Leaf. Cole and I had no issues calling up anything that we needed. The touch response is good, so is organization, and for those that simply must have wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, Nissan delivers. If you're new to these videos, I am 5'9". My Levi's inseam is 32 inches. As far as headroom goes, it's a little tight, but manageable. Knee and leg room are good. Foot room, that is snug. The cushions are a bit on the low and short side. Thigh support is fine. Door openings are big enough. I can get my size 11s through, no sweat. Storage in the doors? Yes, and pockets on both seat backs. You know I like that. No separate climate zone, but adjustable vents. You can charge phones back here, plus heated seats on the outboard positions with the Platinum Plus. The floor is completely flat, great for footroom. Leaf is a little bit wider now. I don't know that I would put 3 adults in here all the time. 2 will be pretty comfortable unless their feet are really large. Leaf doesn't photograph particularly well. It looks much better in person. Swoopy and chunky, the only design element that seems to carry over is the arc in the hood. The katana blade in the C-pillar reminds me of Z and Aria. The front has some Murano in it. Also, Platinum's 3D taillights have real personality. The 45-degree angle spoiler is functional aerodynamics. The coefficient of drag drops from 0.29 to 0.26. The design is a huge improvement. One thing the Nissan engineers are very proud of, the cargo area is much larger now. And nope, can't do the TP trunk test. I am miles away from a Costco, but I do have my luggage. I think this is just as relatable, right? My guess is it would be an easy 5 packs. There's 20 cubic feet of space back here with all the seats filled up. Nice that there's a power outlet back here, but kind of surprised there aren't any bag hooks, which really do help. A quick check under here finds a little extra storage, dig down a little deeper, and there's the included travel charge cord, so you can mooch electricity off your friends. There are no remote releases, and none are really needed. It's easy to reach in and drop the backs. All said and done, the new Leaf will take on 55.5 cubic feet of anything you might want to fill it with. That's about 10 cubes smaller than Hyundai Kona EV, though. Okay, Cole, let's sum this up. What do you like about this?
I like how nice it feels for its price point. I think that for a car that in base form starts at just under 30,000 before destination charges, it feels a lot more expensive than it is. Feels really refined, and everything feels like it's very intentional, which is great.
Yes, again, much better than the outgoing Leaf. Handles pretty well. The package is pretty good. Negatives?
Negatives, power, no optional auto drive, so depending on where you live, that might be a bit of a deal breaker. Thankfully, they have the Aria for that.
I'll add that the backseat is not a place that large, tall adults will want to spend a lot of time in. But as an overall package, Nissan engineers have clearly addressed all the shortcomings that held the first 2 generations back. For those looking for impressive mainstream driving dynamics, the 2026 Leaf lets you say goodbye to gas station stops and hello to comfort and features. Before I give the car back, a fun fact. You might have noticed this flourish, and it actually means something. In Japanese, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is ichi, ni, san, shi, go. And if you look at it, 2, 3, Nissan. Nissan. Kind of clever, huh? Hey, before I go, I do need to tell you that Nissan brought me to San Diego, put me up and fed me so I could do this video, but opinions are my own. That's very important. Glad we've got that straightened out. And now that that's settled, remember to subscribe to the channel, click notifications, follow me on social media, and if you have a question, leave it in the comments. I'm very good about getting back to people, okay? All right. From San Diego, that's Driven. I'm Tom Volk. Okay.